Hello and welcome back. Today we're doing a little Azorius artifacts in top 30 or 40 ranked Mythic standards, something like that. I am pretty excited for this. This deck has had a soft spot in my heart ever since United Battlefront was released with Tarkir. It's cool. It's a cool and different deck. There's really nothing else quite like it. You probably know it at this point. You run out the synthesizer and you play a bunch of 3-drops and make a bunch of tokens and go face. Some things we also have here is the Candy Trail, a 1-mana artifact food clue when it enters Scry 2. Pay 2 and tap, sack this artifact, you gain 3 life, draw a card. I think this card's going to be even better now without mono red. Like, I feel like it's a little bit too slow to go turn 1, nothing, and then like turn 2, sack, draw a card. Like, if you're not interacting with the board against mono red, that always kind of struck me as tough. But with mono red banished to the Shadow Realm, I think this will be good. Just scry, hit your lands, hit your 3-drops on time. You can always sack it, draw a card. You can always upgrade it off of the repurposing bay and get probably a Saw Blade removal spell, maybe a Bricks if you're just trying to hit more lands. So this card's going to be good. Saw Blades is one of our removal spells here. 2 mana flash, deal 5 damage to target tapped creature and opponent controls. I have found that in general, people are smart, and as soon as they see you have artifacts, they do play around this. So if they have a 4 or 5 Sheldred that they want around, they often will not attack if you have 2 mana open, knowing that likely this guy is going to come in, but it's pretty good. It also has a very useful creature half. For 4 mana, you can craft it with a card, ideally in the graveyard. Yes, sometimes I forget that you can craft it from cards out of your graveyard. And you get a 5/5 creature that's very easy to crew, because you could crew 1, which is a little more difficult, but you can also just tap any 2 untapped artifacts to crew it, and have a random 5/5, which both blocks and attacks very well. Snare, generic removal spell. Max speed, you can tap it to put a +1 counter on target creature or vehicle you control. It doesn't come up too much, but maybe we'll get to max speed, and it could be important to remember that. I don't think that's another thing I often forget. It doesn't come up too much. Braided Net doubles as a removal spell, tapping down stuff, including stuff to prep it for the Saw Blade, as well as a draw engine late. For, well, kind of closer to 6 mana and tap, draw a card for each artifact you control. You can, like, draw 6 late game. And then, yeah, United Battlefront is the sweet one. Top 7, put 2 non-creature cards, and have a 3 less on the battlefield. Smithy is kind of just here as an upgrade. Like, in terms of repurposing bay, it's more of a 5-drop. Pay 3 to play it, and then immediately pay 2 and tap the second artifact. Like I said, Candy Trail to Saw Blades is where you want to go, and then probably Clay-Fired Bricks or extra Iron Crag into Synthesizer or removal spell, depending on what you need. And then if you have, like, an extra Braided Net and, like, you just need another threat, or you're not trying to deck yourself or whatever, or you have a Perilous Snare that nabs like a token or something not that consequential, you could upgrade one of these 3-drops into the 1000 Boost Smithy as the only 4-drop in the deck. And 2 Kalis Reconstruction on top. Could be a 5-drop or a 6-drop. Look at top 7, kind of like another United Battlefront, and put up to X artifact and or creature cards with mana value 3 or less onto the battlefield. So yeah, pretty sweet. There's also Fomori Revolt in the mana base. I've never actually used this card. It's a mythic rare. It's quite expensive to craft, right? But for 4 mana total, rate 3 and tap this guy, discard a card. Then look at top X cards, where X is the number of artifacts you control. Put one of those cards into your hand. So this is really a 7 mana play. 4 mana to pay for it and tap it, and then hopefully you have 3 more mana. So after you fetch a decent 3-drop, you can play that out that same turn, but pretty expensive to use. Sideboard has got some Rest in Peace, Authority of the Consoles, a Disdainful Stroke, and 3 negates, which is interesting because, I don't know that we're really that good at playing Draw Go. The only thing that we really would hold open mana for is, I think just like the Saw Blades, right? Or you could hold open a Candy Trail sack, but it's not like we really want to be holding open mana. We really want to tap out on our turn pretty much every turn to slam our 3-drop, so that's interesting. Cryptic Coat is cool. Another card I've never actually paid before. It's, I think, going to be good against control opponents that will need to repeatedly answer it. It's a 3-mana artifact. When it enters, cloak the top card of your library, which means you put the top card onto the battlefield as a 2/2 with Ward 2. So you get a random 2/2, and then it's equipped, so it's a random 3/2 with Ward 2. And if they kill the creature, you can just pay 2 mana, return the Cryptic Coat to your hand at instant speed, replay it, and have a very persistent threat versus an opponent who might have trouble dealing with this, unless they have, like, very specifically artifact hate. Not many people do. And then 4th Day of Judgment. So yeah, I'm excited. I always like this deck. I think we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna run it down in best of 3. I think top 30 or 40 Mythic standards, something to that effect. I've run out of clothes in the hotel, hence the tank top today. In theory, I'm receiving the contract today. And in theory, I could move in tomorrow. Everything is theoretical. I've yet to see anything materialize. It's a little bit slow. But yeah, it'd be nice to get into a nicer place. I'll move the camera. Tank top is life. It's also a little bit hot here. I feel like the AC works great at night, and then it's just dinky during the day. I don't really know what's up with that. The hotel's trying to conserve some electricity. Comment section wise, Juicefarius says, I subscribed and watched your best of 3 content regularly for videos like this, please keep them coming. That was I produced 2 videos yesterday. A mono white, two mono white videos, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Same deck, just I enjoyed playing it, wanted to play more of it. I did ask for feedback if you guys would like seeing the same deck, like best of 3 in the morning and then tweak for best of 1 in the afternoon. I mean, there's lots of mixed responses. Like, some people really love best of 3. Some people apparently auto-click out and only want to see best of 1, which I think is a little silly because it's the same deck. And honestly, I think best of 3 is just a better format. I'm really enjoying it a lot more than best of 1. But I understand if it's not your cup of tea. So I still might do that. I still think it could be cool to do 2 videos a day. A morning best of 3 and then a tweak best of 1 in the afternoon. We'll be able to play. Man is looking good. Okay. Let's do it. MWSI Black Demon. So Scry, I mean, we're just looking for our win cons, I guess. Purposing Bay is good. I don't think we need the next land right now. But I don't think I'm going to put away the Purposing Bay. Okay, we'll just go ahead and hit that 4-drop. It does shuffle the other land back in, but that's okay with me. Great, land to hand. We got no gas. We could slam the Purposing Bay and then upgrade the bricks. Ooh, there it is off the top. Opponent playing Dimir. But, yeah, you really got the negate? No, I don't think so, right? I think you just slammed the synth here. You're not going to main deck negate? I don't think so. No? Okay. We're just looking for 3 drops. You could take land, but we'll eventually hit more land anyway. You could try to hit 5th land to go Repurposing Bay and level up the bricks, and that would be totally acceptable, but I think we'll get to our land organically anyway. Okay. There's a threat. What do we think they can do to us? Bat. They can take a 3-drop, but not both. And we're about to top deck the next snare anyway. Little do they know. To the face. Alright. It's just gonna be this here. 2 mana stack, yeah. The first synth going. Take the bat. Get back our next 3-drop. It's a 5/5. Pretty strong. Siren for 1. They are stuck on land here. They map token because they have to. They're very far behind now. And they don't hit land on top either. And they scoop. They're fed up with being on 2 lands. We go to the sideboard versus Dimir. Dimir mid-range. There'll be some Kaitos, which is important. We'll be on the draw. I actually feel like the Jones is pretty good. They kind of have a bunch of like random creatures, right? I think, you know, they got the... I'll take a look at the list real quick. I think we might want to make space for that. Dimir mid-range. Like, how many creatures are they running? Cecil... during curiosity, I was expecting more of the 3-drop black creatures that are very strong. Got a lot of removal. Oh, yeah, I think they bring in all the Preachers, right? Preacher's just generically a good card. Take out all the Go for the Throats are useless. I think if they have to take out Go for the Throat, I think they're going to bring in more creatures. Duress. I think the Sweeper will be useful, is what I'm trying to get at here. And Get Lost is also useful. So who... I think Thousand Smith Mythic can probably come out. And then on the draw, we could maybe cut some more expensive cards, because we might be too slow on the draw. We could probably cut some bricks, because we'll have more time to hit lands anyway. We like the removal spells. Ramp into Battlefront's always very good. I don't know if how important Candy Trail is. It just sets us up, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't really want to cut any 3-drops. Okay, let's cut 1 more bricks, I think. Or 1 Iron Crag. Maybe that's fine. Just try to curve out into Day of Judgment. Alright, let's give it a go. MWS1 Black Demon. The Ambitious. Okay, 3-lander, it's all white. We have Iron Crag. We can snare. We have the synth. I think you still keep this. We just need kind of 1 blue land to make it all work. We do have removal. A little bit suspect, but yeah, any good, decent land here does turn it on, and only white could let us hit a, you know, the artifact that lets us fetch another planes. I'm okay with that. Candy Trail, very nice. Let's try to get that blue source opened up. Okay. 2-drop. I mean, we definitely want the land. And we could just Iron Crag instead here. And should be sufficient. Like, I think this is fine. We don't need even more ramp at this point. So we take the land, play the Iron Crag. Ooh! It's okay if they take the Iron Crag. We have plenty of land anyway. We also have the turn 2 play to just sack the Candy Trail. Alright, they take the Synthesizer. Which is interesting. They don't take the Snare. So, okay. Alright, we unlock blue, which is very important. We'll just play the ramp here, I think. We could sack the Candy Trail. I feel like they're like going to duress or bat the Snare away. It's weird they didn't take it, right? Because now we just answer the bat. Third land. To the face for 3, no Kaito coming in. Do nothing. Hold up in mana for us. I mean, they're going to have some counter spells here, right? So I think we assume they're going to counter whatever this is. So I think we prefer they counter the net here. They could Tishana's Tidebender, I guess, is the other thing that could happen right here. I think we're going to go for the net. I mean, I think this is going to get negated, or Tishana's Tidebendered. Okay. I mean, they know we have it, so, just a Drowner. Okay. Flash in the Cat, tapped out for the Day of Judgment. Alright. They get a big draw here, but then it's all gone. So just take out the Drowner, I think. 1 fewer attacker. Swing for 2, draw 2. We get an uncontested Day of Judgment, and they keep the Curiosity. So that is interesting. Get Lost could kill the Curiosity later, but this has got to happen right now, I think. Get back the Synth to hand. Still got the net to tap down some draw engines. Tap land. That returns. Okay. I guess they take the Get Lost? No? Then we just Get Lost in Synth. We have enough mana to do it all. Again, unless they have the negates. Or like a Spell Pierce? They're not going to use the map tokens. That, again, does feel like the negate here. We really want to resolve the Synthesizer. I think we're sacking the Candy Trail this turn. Tap Saw Blades. I don't know if they had the see any stick there. Let's see if there's stick here now. And there's stick now. I think, right? There was no stick on the activated ability, but there is stick on the spell, so I think they do have the negate here, so I think we're just gonna eat the Candy Trail. I think I'm calling that right. It's hard to tell, but it seemed like there was no stick on the Braided Net, but there was stick on the Saw Blades. They could just be very good at full control. Just don't know. I wouldn't mind get losting the Curiosity at some point. I have to deal with the Sanctuary too. 4 mana open could imply the next cat as well. So it's not a bad thing to force them to use mana here. I mean, they gotta counter something, so 4, 5, 6 mana here. They have to counter this. I guess if they counter the Synthesizer, then we can Battlefront next turn and hope to get the next round. So I think they're going to negate here, but I don't know. Urtai Resurrected is the bit. Okay. So they counter that, and we get to draw a card off of it. Okay, they counter this. We do get to draw a card, and then we might snare the Curiosity. Oh, the Bay is good too. Man, I think I want to get rid of the draw engine on their side and take some damage this turn. And they might have another cat in hand if they had 4 mana open, but okay, let's go. We can tap down the Urtai and take 1 damage. Power up the Sanctuary. Yeah, they have the next one in hand. That kind of sucks. Okay, we tap down the Urtai. It's our last net. Swing for 1, draw a card. Still 2 mana open. I'm no longer sure about the negate. 7 mana here. I think we should go for Battlefront. Stick. Snare and nets. Okay, sure. Snare the Curiosity. Feels like they have something, but they're not showing it to us. I guess, yeah, no spellforce, nothing. Okay. Well, we kind of been playing around nothing then. I think I would have sideboarded in the gate. I bet they did, but maybe they just haven't drawn it. Another cat. Too bad. We will tap down another attacker before combat. And then we can upgrade something here. I mean, Day of Judgment would be pretty sweet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Net for 6, hit a 2-drop. You could bay... I mean, we could start baying into a synth and just try to survive long enough to do that a couple times. We can also make the Saw Blades a blocker, which is actually very good. Okay, so I think we'll start with that, I guess. I think we like all the mana we have. I don't think we need too many of these. Oh, 3-drop, sorry. We need 2-drop here. Yeah, let's take the Ironcrag, I guess. And then we're going to want to power up the Saw Blades as a 5/5 to block. We could also snare away the Curiosity here. Which I don't hate either, I think. Is Craft only as a sorcery? Only as a sorcery, okay. Let's get something out of the graveyard. Exile an artifact, yep, done, okay. Submit 1. And now at instant speed we can crew it. And we also are holding the Get Lost here. You know about. Okay. 2 attackers. We go ahead and tap down the 1/1 because we can actually eat the Urtai with the 5/5 for the attack, which they do. So we'll try this. Make a 5/5. They have removal. Sack a creature is okay with me. I'm not sure if we blow the get lost on the Urtai Resurrected. There's like nastier things, right? We just take 3. Looks like we got a Kaito in. We can kill the Kaito on our turn. That's interesting. Because now they have a new counterspell ready.
Bet you didn't expect to see me here.
Okay.
Your secrets didn't stay hidden for long.
Okay, Kaito, thank you. We'll wait to kill this guy on our turn. That's interesting. But, yeah, we're going to kill Kaito for sure. Pretty happy with that. But they're relatively tapped out. Unless they have the gate.
Okay, now let's run away.
I guess we're using a braided net here. We got another guy out of the graveyard. Okay. That is all. We don't want to discard Day of Judgment, I think. Alright, so another creature. They're holding on to the Urtai Resurrection, which will counter the Day of Judgment. Shelter the Apocalypse. Oh, that's so bad. But they don't have mana to protect him yet. Depends if they get 1 more land. 2 attackers. We go last net counter here. Depends if they have 1 more mana to play Urtai. If they play 1 more land here. 3 mana open. Pass to us. We do take the draw. We hope they don't have a 3 mana counterspell. I mean, we do have the Get Lost here now, but... There's stick! Alright, not bad. 3 mana open. I guess we could craft you with an artifact too. Nothing better to do here. Something else to upgrade, right? Sure. I don't know if we need this guy or not, but we got him. Now the Sanctuaries come in. Let's see, they can power up 1 of these for 4, hit us for 3, drop us to 7. They do nothing. That's interesting. Okay. Well, here comes the first round of draw infinite cards, unless they can counter it. At some point, we might hold land for the 4 more Revolts. It's probably not going to be this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artifacts. Draw a card for each artifact you control. Alright, they counter the activated ability. Yeah? Okay. Try again next turn. If we try again here, I don't want to take that much pressure, actually, though. We have nothing to upgrade, though, is kind of the issue. We took out the 4-drop, which is too bad. I think we will kill the Urtai this time before they could potentially Kaito in someone. Because that was actually nasty. They returned it to the hand, and that's kind of been an issue for us. 1 card in hand. Here comes Sanctuary, finally. So we just need to do it before we move to blocks. Go over the map token. Yeah, I think we'll do this. I mean... Yeah, I think we're firing this off. They have plenty of map tokens to go. Let that one resolve. 2 more map tokens. They got 3 mana to spend here. Probably 4, because they'll probably hit a land. It is a fast land, though, so they only have 2 mana left. It's a 4-drop creature on top, bin it. Attack for 4. Leave 1 mana open. You got the Spell Pierce. Is that what we're doing here? Okay, let's try to draw a bunch of cards again. Huh, not particularly inspiring. Except that we can upgrade one of these, I guess. Saw Blades doesn't help here. So I guess it's another snare. Let's see. Non-land permanent. Nope, it's not another snare. That's actually pretty bad for us. So I don't have untap, so I can't see what's in the deck. We need another tap card. I think we play the bricks and get another net if we have it. I don't know. I think we have 3 in the deck. And I think we've seen 2. I think there's 1 more in the deck. So I think it's this here. Snare cannot hit non-land permanent. We do get a little bit of life, which could matter. And we're looking to upgrade this guy. I think we have 1 more in there. We're going to be sad if not, but I'm pretty sure there's 1 more net. There is 1 more net, which I think is what we want. Just tap this guy down so we don't face lethal. Tap. Please don't be a non-land permanent. Oh, fuck. It is a non-land permanent. Fuck. Shit. Alright. We'll see if they get us here. Ooh. Whoops. Oh, man, they do. They walk away this game. Ooh. I mean, even if we got the synthesizer, something we could really do. It's very unlikely they don't find lethal here. Yeah, we cannot tap this down. What if they whiff here? What if we tap down the map token? It's only the sorcery. What if they had another land? They only have 7 damage. Okay, we actually dropped to 1, but they're not tapped. We have no way to tap them. We have no way to remove these creature lands. So we need to hit a sweeper. We can either pay 4 to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, or pay 4 to look at top 6. So this is a little bit better, I think. Put one of those cards into your hand. Here comes Day of Judgment. Nice. That's the one we have to get. Attempt this. 2 mana open for Spell Pierce. 3 cards in hand. 3 lands. And mystery card. If it's just a flash creature, we also lose here. No, we can tap it down too. Okay. Alright. Anything to upgrade? No. Hold Saw Blades. And net. We hold on at 1 life. Fountain Port. That can make fish, which is an issue. If we blow a Saw Blades, it gives us something to upgrade here, which I think is probably worth it, I guess. We don't have an answer to the fish, except for the net. But I think we need to get moving towards a win con here. Okay. 25 cards left in deck. We're gonna bay, I think, bay the Saw Blades finally into a synthesizer. We could also Volt into another synthesizer, potentially. Here's finally the synth coming out. Scry 2. Guess this is just setting up for the Volt. Get Lost is interesting. I mean, we're just looking for the next synthesizer here. Okay, let's run this out as well. Discard the fast land. So actually we need mana to both tap down something and kill the fish. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can only cast a 2-drop here. If we're going to cast anything at all. But I think we'll just take the synth. Oh no, we have enough mana, okay. Great, so we can play the synth here and then also hold open Saw Blades. And then we can tap one thing down, Saw Blades the fish, and have a blocker in case they have a removal spell. So this should cover us, I think. Counter unless target pays 2. If we pay 2, we get a blocker, which is fine for the fish. Oh, they have a flying attacker. Now we cannot do that. We tap that down, they make the fish. No, we need another Removal spell? Enter. It's not going to enter. We cannot pay this. We need 2 removal spells here. If we do this, we get a ground blocker, though, right? So that's fine. Okay. So we have a ground blocker for the fish, and we have we had net for the flyer this turn. Here comes the fish. If they top deck a removal spell for a 9/9 artifact, they do get there, but I would say low probability of that happening. Flood Pits taps down the blocker, and that is the game. Unfortunately, nothing we can do. That is the top deck lethal. Tap the thing, swing for 1. We go to game 3. Unfortunately. That's too bad. We're very close to getting out of that one. Game 3, we're on the play. We kind of missed having the Smithy around, honestly. I think I missed having that. Day of Judgment was good. We know they have 4-mana counters. It was good, but honestly, we did a pretty good job answering this stuff, and the snare was good. I don't know if we need as many Day of Judgments as I thought. Especially on the play. I think I might just want to be a little more curvy here. Reconstruction. Maybe 1 in there to hit. That was good. Yeah, okay. All right, let's give it one more go. On the play. 1 lander, no candy trail. Cannot keep this. Mulligan. 3 lander, Saw Blade, Synthesizer. Sure. And we kind of need to save... I mean, Get Lost and Snare need to... Who's not getting played here? I feel like we... this is what we want to keep for now. Fastland. Got some early answers. Tournament Siren. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good to go here. We'll keep all the 3 drops. In general. Alright. Duress on time takes a synth. That's too bad. That slows us down quite a bit. Another Siren. We don't really want to blow a Saw Blades here. I think we're just taking the Candy Trail. There is a chance we hit a 1-drop. So we're going to eat the Candy Trail now. That is too bad. That was essential in their half. That's an interesting top deck, though. We really want to save our move spells for the Cat and the Planeswalker. As a bat, take the Day of Judgment. We can snare it away, though. We don't know if they run Spell Pierce. Bricks can get land. They can't attack with the bat. I think I would rather run out the snare here. Could Bricks hit land, hold Saw Blades if they want to attack with the bat. So then you're in the same position as next turn, but a little bit farther behind in terms of damage and tempo. It's another bat. Okay. I mean, if this is all they have, and we do get to resolve a Day of Judgment, that is not the end of the world. We go one more time here. We're hoping they don't go land Curiosity, draw 3 cards. That would suck. Nope, not this time. No Kaito either. I mean, there is the Day of Judgment for what it's worth. Into 3 open mana. We didn't see any hard counters there, did we? The thing is, if they top deck the cat, it's so bad, right? So I think I'm okay firing this off here. That's the thing. If they top deck the cat, we're screwed. So I think we'll go for it. Like, it's not that much pressure. It's the draw power I'm concerned about. They have the counterspell. Okay. They could have just flashed another 2-1 attacker. Get the map token value. Cat on top. They bin the cat because they already have it in hand. They just need land. We do get a decent amount of life here, though. But boy, the turn 2 duress to take synth on time was huge. If they had missed that for a single turn, we'd be in much better shape. But bricks again. Okay. I mean, that's not that bad, all things considered. Again, it's land, cat that's going to kill us here. Double blue open. Just the map token, though. They binged the cat earlier. Pretty interesting. Grief. Okay. That's a card. We gotta go for it, though. Phantom Interference. Can you play around that? Only if you do it for 1, which I don't really feel like doing. I think we're going for it. I think we're doing X equals 3. Don't think we're doing it for 1. We have another Phantom Interference? No, we only hit 1 card, though. Damn. Too bad. Oof, man, that would have been devastating. Tidebender as well. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're whiffing pretty hard this game 3. It's close to game here. That was a huge whiff. Okay. If we play the Saw Blades now, it's 4 to craft. But, does it actually change anything? They have the Sewing Shorty too. I think we're just F tier. I think they got us. Just did a little bit too much of nothing. They had the 1 duress on time, and then we whiffed hard on the reconstruction, which is kind of our one chance to get back in it. So I think that'll about do it. They have 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, 8 damage presented with the reef. We can kill the Tidebender, but that'll be game. Clowned in game 3. Just nothing really happened there. Game 2 is very close. We're kind of on the back foot the whole game, though, on the draw. Whew. Too bad. Too bad. Never fun to lose, but it's okay. All right. We will run it back one more time. Oh, man, I did have fun, but I don't want to tell the system that. Nobody likes to lose. I'm also sweaty because there's no effing AC here. Okay. Well, we'll run back one more. Whew. Comment section says, thanks, Dex. Thanks, nice deck. Love it. You're welcome. Would love to see tweaked versions of the decks. I think the best of 1, especially after running them as is. Yeah. Free from it all says, crazy this guy gets to rank 32 Mythic off of just net decking people's other decks he finds on MTGO. This is misguided. So there's a whole bunch to say about this. I guess first, no, how I got to rank, how I always get to rank 1 or top 10 or whatever at the beginning of the season, is I just play a very good deck for like 8 hours. Sometimes 12 hours. It's a long grind. You know, I've hit rank 1 with rabbits, with mono black, with, I also don't remember what else it was. Oh, is it Steel Cutter, I think? And then most recently, I got to, I think, 4 or 5 with Willow's Awakening. So I don't know if you call those net decked or not. Those are just the best decks you can play. Like, there's no point in attempting to be high rank with a shitty deck. So that part is just nonsensical. The net decking thing is way more interesting, though, because we're on the draw. We can ramp right into a Battlefront. It's very good. Because for years, my whole thing, the way I created content was I would play a different color combination every single day. Literally, I would do it in sequence. It would be mono whites, and then blue black, and then red green white, and I would literally rotate through them because, I don't know, it was just like a systematic way to accomplish that. And once I had chosen the color combination, I would try to make the best possible deck I could make, aka a brew, but I had to use new cards from the latest set release. And so the result of that is, yeah, I would make shitty decks. And it's not because I'm a bad deck builder, it's because if you're trying to force new cards in, like how many cards from Aether Drift or Final Fantasy or whatever, like, are actually played in Standard? A handful, right? So if you're playing all the new rares and mythics, by definition, you're playing some shittier decks. They ran Spell Pierce as mono blue. I think if they had to kill, I think we want to see more counters come out here. And this seems like the one we want counter the most. So I did that for years. It's fine, but I just really didn't love it. It kind of feels bad to like force yourself to make content with shitty decks just because you think that's what you have to do to like entertain people. But I didn't know that I could do anything else. Let's see. Attacks. Okay, so we can tap down the Drowner here instead. We're hoping they don't have another Spell Pierce. Okay, I think we're just going for the Battlefront. See if we can't hit something. No stick. Choose 2. This plus probably just Saw Blades the other guy. Don't need more land per se. Land off the top here would let us what? I mean, we just want a Battlefront basically again. You would just keep all 4 drops. 4 drops. That's good. So yeah, I did that for fun. Everything was a brew. Like if you have this weird inclination that like brewing is better than playing top tier decks, then I did that for a long time. All right, hold on. It's mono blue. They're literally mono blue, right? Mono blue Drowner and stuff. Plenty of counter spells for us. There's not too much we can do about that. We could be really slow and hold some negates. Like, and do turn 5 plays is something we could do. The net is not bad because it's very reactive. The snare is not going to be very good against them, though. Ramp is good because ramp lets us play our negates. Snare is a 3-drop. It's going to do nothing because they're not going to play creatures. We kind of need it for the cat, though, right? So who wants to come out here? Maybe some Saw Blades comes out to make space. Get Lost could kill the cat. Maybe Get Lost actually comes out here. Keep some Saw Blades in there. All right, I think I'm digging this. Let's give this a go. Yeah, so I did that for years, and yeah, I just don't like losing. I don't like playing shitty decks, but I did it because I thought that was the only way you could do it. And now what I do is I just look at tournament results, and it's so much better. It's so much more fun because I just play good decks, and I still get to play a different deck every day, which entertains the audience. But they're only good decks, and I have fun with it, and you know, it feels more competitive, and it's not like going through the motions of like making shitty decks just to make shitty decks. So I like it way more. You can criticize me for net teching if you want, but gosh, it's like putting something on a pedestal that doesn't exist, right? Like the reality is, I think if you don't make content, you don't understand how narrow Magic is. Like, as an observer, when I first, you know, was just watching Magic and I didn't know anything, it felt so big. I was like, oh my god, you can make all these decks and all these things. Because I started with Sealed originally, and then I watched CGB for like a year straight on during COVID before I started my own channel. And it looks like there's so much you can do. But the reality is, like, it's actually very narrow. Okay, we get Synth here. We could lose on 4 if they actually run the Demon. Net is not bad. Snare is obviously good. I don't think I'm up to automatically lose, so I think we'll just snare this thing away. Figure out another turn to Synth. So yeah, the world seems so big, we're just consuming and not doing it, but when you actually start playing every day in high rank standard, you're like, damn, actually, it's a game. It's hard to make a really balanced game with tons of different options, and it's actually way more narrow than you think, and it sucks to lose against mono red every day if you're playing some like random shitty deck with some new cards. Opponent with 4 mana open here. Gosh, of all the things we want countered, they could counter the Smithy, I guess. We could get down a net here. Smithy would still put on decent pressure. I guess you give them the Smithy. See if they want to counter that or interact with that. We're not very good at holding open mana. They let it resolve, so maybe it's a Flash Cat. Get a random 4/4, pretty happy about that. There is the Flash Cat, and presumably they have a way to kill the 4/4. Kaito can tap it down. So they were actually Demir, right? They just looked like mono blue. So we took out all the get lost, and now we're sad. But they're roughly tapped out minus Spell Pierce, so we could go for a Coco here. Which is probably what's happening. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what's happening here. No Spell Pierce. Okay, Synth is always good, and Snare the Kaito also seems good. Yeah, right? That makes the most sense. You can go. We get a new blocker now.
I'm really
Fifth land does what? Does not feel essential in general. It would let us Synth plus hold negate. I guess that's actually pretty good, isn't it? So let's hit the Formori Vault and take that fifth mana source. So yeah, once you start playing, the world is much narrower. Once you play against mono red every day, or whatever the new meta is, and you're trying to play a different deck every day, you're trying to play new prayers in the new set, and it just kind of sucks. What does this card do? You may tap 5 untapped artifacts or creatures you control. If you do, transform it into what? A land? This is pretty good, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. They're tapped out, so we don't need the Iron Crack here. 5, keep the blocker. We tapped itself, which is maybe a mistake. We have 3 mana open. We can just play another Synth and get another blocker. Or we can Braided Net and tap down the Flyer, which isn't bad either, I think. Keep them off the card draw. There's a couple different things to do here. Let's have this land. Okay, maybe we just tap down the Flyer this turn. Can they really beat us if we Synth here? They get a card draw off the Revenant, but I don't know. More 3-drops. Snare is probably better. We keep it all. Yeah, no attacks, I think. We don't want to risk too much. So yeah, I'm super happy, quote unquote, net decking. It's just like what this channel has become more recently. Well, that's interesting. We could potentially win if they have nothing. We have multiple removal spells here. Could go no blocks. I don't think I want to rush that. I think I'd rather take a trade, given our current position. Do get the free card draw. Let's see how big this turn is. We double synthesizer. To rest one of our 3-drops, but we can still 3-drop plus Saw Blades. Or 3-drop hold negate to protect it. We also have the net, the snare on top. Okay, another creature. 2 mana open. Just snare away the cat, I think. 3 mana open, actually. We go for the negate. We go ahead and negate, then negate. Scooperoonie. Yeah, so what this channel has become is like, it's really more of like a news reporter type thing. But it's cool because, you know, if I was a basketball news reporter, you know, I would be, you know, telling you about the latest tournament results and who did what plays and how it went or whatever. But I can't then like go out on the court for an hour and play basketball and show you guys the moves myself. But with Magic, I can. Like, I can actually report, hey, this deck did really well. And then here, let me show you what it looks like to have an hour of like entertaining gameplay of me actually delivering on that deck and that strategy and whatever. So that is really what this channel has become. It's more of like a newscasting thing. I think whenever new cards come out, like, yeah, that certainly for the early access event and maybe a little bit after, I'm down to do some gimmicky stuff. But for the most part, I'm really enjoying just playing good decks and just seeing what's working and then sharing that with you guys. And yeah, I mean, at some point, if I run out of totally unique things to do, I'm down to take some stuff and tweak it, or maybe just play some random stuff and try new cards. But it's just so much more. I don't like losing. I'm a Spike, right? I'm a Spike by character or definition. I'm not a Timmy or Johnny or whatever. I'm never going to be the guy that wants to take a 9,999 cactus and fling it and say this deck is busted. It's never going to be me, which is okay because there's so many other people that want to do that. Yeah. So if you really want to see brews and stuff, I'm probably not the guy for you right now, which is totally fine. I like playing good decks. I want to get better. I like the competitive scene. I want to compete more. All that is really engaging and interesting to me. And the jank stuff just never will be. The brewing stuff just never will be, because the reality is that, yeah, this deck, you know, the format is like, it's always going to be a little bit narrow. Every game you play, so maybe like chess, I don't know. There will be a defined meta, and anything you play outside the meta will be worse, and it's okay, and you know, you can have fun with it. But I like winning. I like winning. I like playing good decks. I like having a chance to compete. That's where I'm at. So you can dig it or not, but that is what it is. All right, so I feel like I've been rambling a while. We are where? We are up to the 50-minute mark. I think this is a good place as any to end. Too bad we lost the first match. Second match, I was babbling a lot, but we seem to win that one, I guess. I do really like this deck. I think it's fun, and I think it's cool that without the mono red imminently in your face, you can have some candy trail in there. You can play a little slower. It's a really cool and unique deck. So yeah, we'll call it there for today. If you enjoyed today's video, you can like and subscribe and leave a comment. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.